Traveling through the fantasy world, others are all soul-piercing, but Tang Zhou is the whole person who came here. With no identity, no background, no relatives, and a life on the brink of death, I was fortunate enough to be saved by the leader of the Shanhe Sect, which barely saved my life. Awakening to the strongest part-time system, as long as you do part-time work, you can become stronger. Carrying the sect behind one's back and doing part-time jobs everywhere. It's not excessive for my outer disciple to kill a demon king, is it? What? Do you have a big deal? Okay, let's talk about it in detail. With continuous part-time work, Tang Zhou's strength has become stronger and his network has spread throughout the entire Xiantian realm. Until this day, the holy woman of the Blue Water Holy Land came knocking on her door. The leader of Shanhe Sect panicked. What are you doing with an external disciple of our sect? What are you doing with this external disciple in Chapter 1? You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Outside the Shanhe Sect, in a remote courtyard located on the mountainside, a handsome young man with sword eyebrows and starry eyes lazily pushed open the door. The young man's name is Tang Zhou. 5 years ago, he traveled to this world called the Xiantian realm. But unlike countless predecessors, he wore it all together. Do you remember just pressing the toilet? After a few breaths, the person became unconscious. When they woke up again, they arrived at the Xiantian realm where the cultivator was flying all over the sky and monsters were wandering everywhere. It's not soul-piercing. I don't even have any identity, let alone any family or background. Being alone in the Xiantian realm without any system was initially called a near-death. Just when Tang Zhou himself felt afraid that it was going to be cold, he was fortunate enough to meet the advocacy of Gu Feng and his disciple Xuanhuan from the Shanhe Sect. The two of them saw his pity and took him back to the Shanhe Sect to serve as a miscellaneous disciple. So Tang Zhou survived. The saying goes that if you don't die in a great disaster, you will have good fortune. After joining the Shanhe Sect, although it is not a powerful sect, the system has come. Although it's a damn part-time system, with Tang Zhou's 5 years of operation, it's still a wild chicken turning into a phoenix. Anyway, life now is also very enjoyable. Dog, give me an extra grade. In his heart, he silently recited a sentence. The next second, Tang Zhou felt a sudden surge in strength inside his body, and in an instant, his cultivation level entered the level of distraction, rising to a small level of distraction. Immediately open the personal panel. Host. Tang Zhou, cultivation. Decentralized realm Xiaocheng, practice. 9 extreme Xuanhuan skill, Desheng, technique. Instant sky step, perfect. 7 kills sword, perfect. The cultivation realm of the Xuanhuan realm starts from the beginner's Qi cultivation realm, and goes up in order as follows. Foundation building realm, golden elixir realm, Yuanying realm, exorcism realm, separation realm, combination realm, crossing calamity realm, Mahayana realm. Each realm is divided into beginners, small successes, great successes, and perfection. Tang Zhou has already achieved a small success in the realm of distraction in 5 years. Although it may not be the pinnacle, it is still enough to go against the heavens. I am still very satisfied with my current life. After casting a purification spell, Tang Zhou lay in the yard like a salted fish, enjoying the warm sunshine. At the same time, in the main hall of Shanhe Sect, a group of people led by the sect's ancient style were respectfully bowing to a young girl in front of them. I don't know if the saint suddenly arrives, we'll wait. Alright, I'm just here to find someone. The girl's name is Zhao Yanran. Despite her young age, she is one of the 3 major holy sites in the southern realm of the Xiantian realm, the saint of the Blue Water Holy Land, and also the only daughter of the Holy Lord of the Blue Water Holy Land. There are very few people in the southern region who can match their high status. Such a beautiful woman, suddenly driving alone to the mountain and river sect, startled Zhang Gufeng and others. If this angers the other party, the entire Shanhe sect is estimated to be gone tomorrow. No, it won't be tonight. Just hearing Zhao Yanran's words, everyone was taken aback. Looking for someone. Find someone to find my mountain and river sect. Isn't it that some inconspicuous person offended the saint? Thinking of this, everyone was a bit panicked, but still managed to hold back the unease in their hearts and respectfully said, "Saint, why don't we speak in the main hall?" Entering the main hall, Zhao Yanran naturally sat high in the main seat, while Zhang Gufeng and his group dared not even sit. "Do you have a person named Tang Zhou in your sect?" "That's who I'm looking for." Tang Zhou. Upon hearing this, Zhang Gufeng and others had no impression. After all, there were tens of thousands of people up and down the mountain, and ordinary disciples had very little contact with them. Zhang Gufeng, on the other hand, once brought Tang Zhou back to the Shanhe Sect, arranged for the identity of a miscellaneous disciple, and then ignored it again. Perhaps in his eyes, rescuing Tang Zhou was just a simple act of kindness, not enough of a path. "I don't know if the saint is looking for this person. Just find it." "Yes. It's over. Who exactly is Tang Zhou? How could you offend the Virgin, my sinner?" When an elder next to him was ordered to investigate Tang Zhou's identity, it was quickly discovered that Tang Zhou was just an ordinary outer disciple. 4 years ago, he was promoted from a miscellaneous disciple to an outer sect, and since then, he has not shown any outstanding performance in the outer sect, which is average. Upon hearing the words Tang Zhou, Zhang Gufeng felt somewhat familiar, as if he had heard them somewhere before, but at the moment he couldn't think much about them. Ask someone to bring Tang Zhou directly. At the same time, he cautiously said to Zhao Yanran, "Saint, I don't know how Tang Zhou offended you. Your Excellency, I don't remember being a villain. My mountain and river sect is willing to." Zhang Gufeng had no confidence in his heart, so he lowered his head and cautiously said, but Zhao Yanran didn't pay any attention to him at all. At this moment, Zhao Yanran's thoughts had returned to half a month ago. At that time, Zhao Yanran went to the 9th level of the blood prison to experience. This blood prison 9 pass is a forbidden area in the southern region, specifically established as a powerful pass to resist the blood clan. The constant war is extremely dangerous. Originally, with Zhao Yanran's strength, there was no problem within the first 3 levels, but who would have thought that a blood clan with a head comparable to that of an out-of-body realm somehow arrived within the 3rd level range. She was met by Zhao Yanran again. She was not a match for this blood clan at all. After escaping, she saw that she was already in a dead end, just when Zhao Yanran himself believed that death was certain. A handsome young man appeared and killed the blood clan with one sword, saving his own life. Afterwards, Zhao Yanran regained her senses and wanted to express her gratitude, but the other party turned around and left. Returning to the Blue Water Holy Land, the figure of the young man lingered in Zhao Yanran's mind for a long time, unforgettable. So she used the power of the Blue Water Holy Land to investigate the identity of the youth. Finally, it was discovered that the young man was a disciple of the Shanhe Sect. This shocked Zhao Yanran greatly. With the strength of youth, how could they possibly be disciples of the Shanhe Sect? Can a small mountain and river sect produce such disciples? This strength is probably more than enough to become a saint in the Blue Water Holy Land. Or is it that the other party is actually an old monster who has been practicing for many years? But it's just a young appearance. Under the delusion, Zhao Yanran personally came to her door. Anyway, no matter what, she will thank and repay her life-saving kindness in person. Zhao Yanran's mind was filled with the figure of Tang Zhou, and she didn't even hear what Zhang Gufeng said. Waiting for Tang Zhou to be led to the main hall with a bewildered expression, Zhang Gufeng suddenly remembered, why is this kid? But it's not like these times right now. With a frown, Zhang Gufeng immediately shouted. Tang Zhou, how did you offend the saint? It's better to tell the truth. Zhang Gufeng's idea is very simple. First, calm Zhao Yanran's anger, and then find a way to operate it. Perhaps this way, he can still save this kid's life. As for compensation, it's probably going to cause a lot of bleeding, but there's nothing we can do about it. Who would have let this be his disciple of the mountain and river sect, but we haven't finished speaking yet. Tang Zhou, I finally found you. Zhao Yanran ran happily to Tang Zhou and shouted with a smile on her face. This is really not right. Looking at Zhao Yanran's smile and Tang Zhou's disdainful and helpless expression, everyone present was dumbfounded. Didn't you offend the Virgin? What is the current situation? At this moment, it shouldn't be the angry scolding of the saint. How did it turn into a look of disgust on your face? What are you doing here? And the next second, Tang Zhou's words made Zhang Gufeng's whole body numb. Chapter 2. I want to stay. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Looking at Tang Zhou with a disdainful expression, he said to Zhao Yanran. What are you doing here? Zhang Gufeng and others just went numb. Isn't this kid so brave? We're all up and down here, but you're a good kid. You always seem impatient when you speak up. Tang Zhou, how can you speak? It's not fast yet. Zhang Gufeng was even more frightened and his heart skipped a beat. He quickly spoke up and scolded. If this angered Zhao Yanran, our Shanhe Sect would not be able to survive, big and small. But still, before Zhang Gufeng could finish speaking, Zhao Yanran pouted and said with a look of grievance on her face. Why, you don't welcome me to come? Something's wrong, these two people are not right. Tang Zhou frowned. Of course, he remembered Zhao Yanran. He had just saved her life without even saying a word. Unexpectedly, this guy chased after the mountain and river sect all the way. Tang Zhou's personality has always been lazy, and he has been like this in both generations. So in the face of Zhao Yanran's arrival, Tang Zhou was so helpless. Seeing Zhang Gufeng and others looking at him, Tang Zhou had no choice but to convey the message to Zhao Yanran. Don't tell the sect leader about the 9 levels of blood prison. With Tang Zhou's current cultivation level, his transmission was completely imperceptible to Zhang Gufeng and others. And Zhao Yanran's eyes rolled, and she also smiled and said to Zhang Gufeng. Master Zhang. Saint. Tang Zhou and I are old acquaintances. We met when we went out for training before, and this time we came specifically to find him. Upon hearing these words, Zhang Gufeng and others breathed a sigh of relief. It turned out that they were Taoist friends. What kind of luck is this silly kid so special? He can actually meet people like Zhao Yanran. Isn't this just taking off in place? But as long as you're not here to cause trouble, that's fine. Otherwise, the small arms and legs of the Shanhe Sect won't be able to withstand the turmoil of the Holy Land. Afterwards, Zhao Yanran expressed her desire to stroll around the Shanhe Sect with Tang Zhou. Zhang Gufeng and others naturally did not refuse and nodded repeatedly in response. I was also concerned about asking if I needed their company, but was rejected by Zhao Yanran. As long as there was Tang Zhou, it would be fine. Upon seeing this, Zhang Gufeng handed his token directly to Tang Zhou. Tang Zhou, take care of the saint and hold my token. You can go to all parts of the sect. Tang Zhou is only an outsider disciple now, and he has no right to enter many areas of the Shanhe Sect. However, with Zhang Gufeng's token, it's different. Taking the token, Tang Zhou felt helpless. When he wasn't working part-time, he just wanted to lie flat. Yes, I obey. Leaving the main hall with Zhao Yanran, Tang Zhou headed straight for the outer door. Hey, won't you take me to explore various places in the Shanhe Sect? What's there to stroll around in our small mountain and river sect? Tang Zhou is really dressed up. This woman is skilled in knitting. Isn't it good to be your saint? Why bother me here? Upon hearing this, Zhao Yanran didn't care and just followed behind Tang Zhou with a smile on her face. The two of them walked along, and the disciples around them all looked fascinated when they saw Zhao Yanran. There's no way, this girl is indeed not bad looking. She has a beautiful and charming appearance, which is mainly due to Zhao Yanran's temperament, which is clearly different from ordinary people. Who is this? I haven't seen him before, but I know the person in front of me. He is an external disciple, and it seems that his name is Tang something. As soon as Tang Zhou returned to his residence, he leaned back on the recliner as soon as he entered the courtyard door. This morning, he didn't give anyone a chance to sleep. Zhao Yanran looked around and said with a puzzled expression. Tang Zhou, are you living in this place? With Tang Zhou's cultivation, it's not appropriate, Tang Zhou replied casually. I am a disciple of the Shanhe Sect. Where do I live if I don't live here? Are you really an outsider disciple of the Shanhe Sect? Nonsense. But with your cultivation. Why don't you come to our blue water holy land? I'll have my father become your holy son. I won't go. Why? No reason. Zhao Yanran was like 100,000 whys, surrounded by countless questions about Tang Zhou, and Tang Zhou got up and asked, feeling really annoyed. No, what the hell are you doing? You saved me, I came specifically to thank you. Okay, I understand now. You can go back now. Tang Zhou saved Zhao Yanran and never thought of any reward from beginning to end. As for what kind of holy land with clear water, he was really not interested. As for staying in the Shanhe Sect, one reason is that I have become accustomed to staying here, and Zhang Gufeng is also kind to me. There is not much nonsense in the sect, and the whole sect is harmonious. Tang Zhou has a sense of belonging to the Shanhe Sect. The only thing Tang Zhou wants now is to enhance his strength and then roam freely in the world. Looking at Tang Zhou's expression of seeing off guests, Zhao Yanran stared at him with a pair of beautiful eyes. After a while, a bright smile suddenly appeared, and Gu Ling said in a strange and mysterious way. I have decided. Decide what? I want to stay, I'll stay here from now on. As soon as he said this, Tang Zhou was taken aback, but then shook his head and refused. I don't have a place to stay, it's inconvenient. I'll walk slowly without seeing you off. With a wave of his hand, a spiritual force sent Zhao Yanran out of the courtyard, and then the gate closed. Finally, it was pure and comfortable to drink a sip of tea. The Wudao tea given by the Guzi system tasted good, but unfortunately it was cold. It took some time just now. Continue to lie down comfortably, but not long after, the courtyard door was pushed open by someone, and then Zhang Gufeng walked in. Tang Zhou, what's wrong with you? Master. Alright, from today on, the Virgin will stay with you and you will be responsible for taking care of her. You can come to me anytime if you have anything to do. Upon hearing these words, Tang Zhou's face turned black as he glanced at Zhao Yanran, who was smiling behind Zhang Gufeng. Is this falsely claimed? Can I at least save your life and repay me like this? Zhang Gufeng didn't give Tang Zhou any chance to refuse at all, so he finished speaking and left. For Zhang Gufeng, Tang Zhou really has no choice. Although for Zhang Gufeng, he may not have valued Tang Zhou, if it weren't for him, Tang Zhou would probably have cooled down and Guzi would not have had the chance to awaken, let alone what is happening now. So, no matter how Zhang Gufeng is, for Tang Zhou, he is always his life-saving benefactor. Just Zhao Yanran, I said Zhao Dashing, what are you doing? I said, I want to repay your life-saving kindness. Zhao Yanran smiled sweetly and said. Give me a spiritual stone, let's clear up. I don't have it. Are you really teasing me? So big a saint, you don't even have a spirit stone on you. Zhao Yanran didn't care about Tang Zhou's attitude either. She smiled and entered the next room. Although she was a holy woman, she didn't have the feeling of being domineering and spoiled. Alone, I quickly tidied up the room. I'll stay here from now on. Don't you even ask my master a question. Chapter 3 Comes to Life. You are listening at Novel Full. Audio. Tang Zhou's small courtyard has a total of 3 rooms, including one main room, one stove, and one selected by Xuanhuan. It used to be a place for storing miscellaneous items, and Tang Zhou didn't take much care of it. But now it has been cleaned by Xuanhuan. Looking at Xuanhuan's naturally familiar appearance, Tang Zhou said angrily. Didn't you even ask my master a question? Brother Tang Zhou, can you take me in? After tidying up, Xuanhuan looked at her masterpiece, nodded in satisfaction, and then sat down next to Tang Zhou. She is truly extremely curious about Tang Zhou. With such strong strength, how could she be just an outsider disciple of the Little Mountain and River Sect? Looking at Tang Zhou's handsome profile, Xuanhuan seemed to suddenly think of something. She took out a jade stone from the space ring, injected spiritual power, and immediately a white light enveloped Tang Zhou. This is a bone-testing stone, not a treasure, its only function is to test the bone age of cultivators. My goodness! 20. Looking at the numbers on the bone-measuring stone, Xuanhuan couldn't close her mouth. She was younger than herself, but her cultivation and strength were Xuanhuan was truly shocked until a roar came. Xuanhuan, don't go too far. Tang Zhou said with a black face. This girl is sticking to herself like a dog's skin ointment, and now she's using a bone-measuring stone to take pictures of her. Are you a toy for me? Rub as much as you want. I'm sorry, brother Tang Zhou. I was just curious and couldn't resist it for a moment. You. Dealing with Tang Zhou, Xuanhuan seems to have slowly found a trick, which is to eat soft instead of hard. That night, Xuanhuan did indeed stay with Tang Zhou, and late at night, Xuanhuan was still talking to the elders about Xuanhuan's affairs in the main hall of Shanhe Sect. Why did this saint stay with us? Did you say how long you will stay? I didn't say it. I think it's probably because of that kid Tang Zhou. What do you think of this? You said that the virgin would not fall in love with. The high-ranking officials of the Mountain and River Sect were full of imaginations, and the thought of Tang Zhou and Xuanhuan might have already everyone couldn't help but feel excited. Led by the elder, everyone instantly blushed. If that's really the case, wouldn't our Shanhe Sect have turned from a grassy chicken to a phoenix? I'll just say it, as a child, it's not easy to see Tang Zhou. I think this marriage is a good match, as the saying goes, it's a perfect match. Xuanhuan, sitting on the main seat, couldn't help but twitch his lips as he listened to everyone's discussion. Did you drink too much or eat too much? You are still in the right family, what do you think? Alright, I haven't even skimmed my bazi yet, don't talk nonsense. The master's words are not correct. How can we call it, not even a single character? These lonely men and women all live under the same roof. That's right, we are all from the past. That's how I and my Taoist couple came together. Yeah, Tang Zhou looks a bit dull. There are still many things that need our attention, right? What to point out? How can point out how to deal with a saint? Don't want your head. This is something that you and I wish for. Get lost. A group of old and unscrupulous people think of everything here, and they are in perfect harmony. What do you consider as a holy land of clear water? Xuanhuan has a rigid personality, always adhering to rules and principles in everything, and disdains to do such things. But the elders are different. They have a lively mind. If they can form a family with the blue water holy land, then they will be able to ascend to heaven alone. The dogs of Shanhe Sect have to take off. So even if Xuanhuan drinks him away, the elders are still pondering how to assist from the side. Tang Zhou naturally didn't know about these things. The next day, he woke up as usual and brewed himself a cup of wudao tea in the courtyard. It's another day lying flat. It's just that there's an extra Zhao Yanran next to her. Tang Zhou, let's talk about it. How did you cultivate it? You're only 20 years old. No comment. Why did you go to the 9th level of blood prison in the first place? I remember Shanhe Sect didn't seem to have the qualifications to guard the 9th level of blood prison either. No comment. Tell me, we can also be considered friends now. Stop, do you have breakfast or not? This woman is really 100,000 wise. She hasn't stopped talking since just now. Tang Zhou stood up and asked. Upon hearing this, Zhao Yanran looked puzzled. Ah, breakfast. Haven't you had piga yet? After arriving at the Jianji realm, the cultivator opened the valley and could ensure the body's movement by simply breathing in the spiritual energy of heaven and earth, without the need for food. Tang Zhou's cultivation level should have already opened up a valley. However, Tang Zhou still maintains the habit of eating, not just to satisfy his appetite, but to satisfy his appetite. Even though he is now a distracted cultivator, Tang Zhou feels that living like an ordinary person is not bad. Eat. Wait. Before long, Tang Zhou brought out 2 bowls of ordinary plain water noodles from the stove. It may seem simple, but after taking a bite, Zhao Yanran's eyes lit up instantly. It's delicious. Tang Zhou, the noodles you ordered are really delicious. You can give them to me in the future. Little girl, something's wrong with you. The two finished their noodles, and Tang Zhou continued to lie flat. Just then, a golden light suddenly flashed out of the void and directly penetrated Tang Zhou's eyebrows. Zhao Yanran saw this on the side and frowned. 7-order transmission notes. Transmission notes are the most commonly used means of communication among cultivators, divided into 1 to 9 levels. The transmission notes above the 7th level not only cover a longer distance, but also can escape into the void and reach in an instant. However, the price of these 7th-order transmission notes is not low, at least in the Shanhe Sect. Even the sect leader Zhang Gufeng cannot afford them. I didn't expect someone to use the 7th-order transmission note to contact Tang Zhou. After receiving the content of the transmitted notes, Tang Zhou slowly stood up and smiled in his heart. Come and live. Hey, where are you going? Accept sect mission. Sect mission. Wait for me. Seeing Tang Zhou go out, Zhao Yanran hurriedly chased after her. Didn't she be fine just now? Why did she suddenly have to take on the sect mission? Follow Tang Zhou all the way to the sect task hall. The missions of Shanhe Sect are divided into 5 stars in total. As a disciple of Tang Zhou's outer sect, one can only accept 1-star and 2-star missions. Looking at the tasks in front of her, Zhao Yanran was completely bewildered. No, what are these all about? Chopping trees. Guarding the spirit field. Feeding spirit chickens. The 2-star mission is a bit difficult, but it's just about collecting some low-level ordinary heavenly and earthly treasures, and killing some non-mainstream half-demons. What is the significance of this task? That's it. When Zhao Yanran was still in a daze, Tang Zhou had already taken on a task. Looking at the content of the task, Zhao Yanran felt numb. Are you joking? Can you take on the task of picking hemostatic herbs to kill those who have left the bloodthirsty realm? Aren't you shelling mosquitoes with a big gun? Tang Zhou, are you not joking? Chapter 4. Collecting a hemostatic grass and running millions of miles. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Watching Tang Zhou complete the task registration and leave the task hall, Zhao Yanran's mind was still buzzing. Looking at Tang Zhou with a complex expression, what's going on with this cargo? With such strong strength, what kind of hemostatic herb are you using? Although speechless, Zhao Yanran still followed Tang Zhou all the way and left the Shanhe Sect. I thought I would search everywhere and go back after collecting enough. After all, hemostatic grass is just the lowest level of spiritual grass, not to mention it can be seen everywhere, but it is also widely distributed. After leaving the Shanhe Sect and arriving at an uninhabited mountain forest, Tang Zhou pulled out a spiritual shuttle with a backhand. Zhao Yanran's eyes widened. This is a top-quality spiritual shuttle. Lingsua can be considered a magical tool, made by alchemists and mainly used for traveling. Injecting spiritual power or using spiritual stones can drive it, which is divided into 4 levels. Inferior, intermediate, superior, and ultimate. However, the number of top-quality spiritual shuttles surviving in the world is few and far between, and top-quality ones are already the top. It's Zhao Yanran and his son, the Holy Lord of the Blue Water Holy Land, who only has one top-quality spiritual shuttle. The only top-quality spiritual shuttle in the Holy Land is in the hands of our ancestors. At this moment, as Tang Zhou pulled out a top-quality spiritual shuttle, Zhao Yanran's mood could be imagined. What are you doing by pulling out a spiritual shuttle specifically? Aren't you collecting hemostatic herbs? Isn't there just one plant at this foot? There are many hemostatic herbs in the mountains where Shanhe Sect is located, which can be easily found without much effort. So, as Tang Zhou pulled out a top-quality spiritual shuttle, Zhao Yanran said she couldn't understand. Aren't we collecting hemostatic herbs? Confused, Zhao Yanran followed Tang Zhou onto the spiritual shuttle, feeling suspicious. Upon hearing this, Tang Zhou casually replied. The hemostatic herb here is not good, please find a different place. Brain melon seeds are a bit messy, what difference does this hemostatic herb have? The hemostatic herbs under this sky are not all the same. Even though there may be some slight differences. Wait, what are you doing? I haven't figured it out yet, but Tang Zhou took out 100 top-quality spirit stones and threw them directly into the driving array of the spirit shuttle. Zhao Yanran was stunned. No, you want to collect better quality hemostatic herbs, so you don't hesitate to spend hundreds of top-quality spirit stones. Also, who would use top-quality spirit stones to drive the spiritual shuttle? Lingsha is also divided into 4 levels. Inferior, medium, superior, and top-quality. The ratio between each level is 1 to 100. For example, 100 lower-grade spirit stones can only be exchanged for 1 medium-grade spirit stone, and basically no one is willing to exchange it. Indeed, the higher the level of supplies, the faster the speed of the spiritual shuttle driven by the spiritual stone, but find a hemostatic herb that won't use top-quality spirit stones, right? I'm in a hurry. Hurry up. What time are you in a hurry to take a hemostatic herb? Since you are in a hurry, you can just take it here and it will be over. If you find it troublesome, I'll go pick it for you. I promise to pick it for you within 15 minutes. Ignoring Zhao Yanran, who was already in chaos in the wind, the spiritual shuttle slowly rose into the sky and immediately turned into a stream of light, disappearing into the sky. The speed was extremely fast, but as time passed, Zhao Yanran became increasingly puzzled. Where are you going? Glancing at Tang Zhou lying flat beside him, he opened his mouth and didn't know what to say. Are we really looking for hemostatic herbs? At the speed of the top-grade spirit boat, the two of them flew for a whole day and night before reaching their destination. Just looking at the mountains in front of her, Zhao Yanran's mind was buzzing with melon seeds. Don't misunderstand, the two of them have not returned to the Shanhe Sect. At this time, they are located in the Forgotten River Mountains, millions of miles away from the Shanhe Sect. Looking at Tang Zhou with extremely complex eyes, he gritted his silver teeth tightly. So, in order to find a few hemostatic herbs, we came to the Forgotten River Mountains not far from 1,000,000 miles away. Oh, can the hemostatic grass in the Forgotten River Mountains lay eggs or something? Zhao Yanran really couldn't understand Tang Zhou's operation. Where is there no hemostatic herb here? Why do you insist on coming to the Forgotten River Mountains? However, just as she finished speaking, Ling Suo slowly descended and happened to land outside a small town called Wangchuan Town on the outskirts of the Wangchuan Mountains. There are many demon beasts in the Forgotten River Mountains, and there is no tradition. However, because there are many treasures on the monster's body, such as fur, claws, internal alchemy, etc., which are very valuable, many cultivators will come to the Forgotten River Mountains to experience. On the one hand, sharpening one's own combat power, and on the other hand, making money. And the town of Forgotten River gradually developed under such circumstances. After all, with so many cultivators, there must be a place to settle down. However, there is a mix of fish and dragons in the town of Forget River, and everyone is present, which is extremely dangerous. Killing people and stealing goods can be said to be seen everywhere. Confused, he followed Tang Zhou into the town with a clear destination and headed straight towards the center. Xiantian Chamber of Commerce. Arriving outside a 3-story building and looking at the 4 big characters Xiantian Chamber of Commerce in front of her, Zhao Yanran asked in a wooden tone. Tang Zhou, what are we doing here? Find someone. Looking for someone. This Xiantian Chamber of Commerce is not an ordinary force, it is not afraid to offend even the 3 major holy sites. The 3 holy sites dominate the southern region, while the Xiantian Chamber of Commerce is a behemoth that covers the entire Xiantian realm. You can see the branches of the Xiantian Chamber of Commerce anywhere in the Xiantian realm. The energy behind it is beyond imagination. Stepping into the Xiantian Chamber of Commerce, as soon as I entered, I saw a middle-aged man welcoming me. Having a chubby figure and a warm smile on his face, he naturally said when he saw Tang Zhou. Tang Gongzi, you have come. Well, let's talk about it, the specific situation. We sat upstairs, drinking tea and talking. The man and Tang Zhou looked very familiar. Just as he was speaking, he suddenly saw Zhao Yanran behind Tang Zhou, his face changed slightly, and then he smiled again. Zhao Xingnu. It was obvious that the man knew Zhao Yanran. Upon hearing this, Zhao Yanran's mind was a bit confused and she didn't respond, only nodding slightly. The 3 of them walked all the way to the 3rd-floor elegant room, and after sitting down one after another, the middle-aged man smiled and said. Tang Gongzi, the situation is like this. Recently, there was a client who needed a Demon King level inner elixir. Time was tight, but I don't have anyone on hand, so I contacted Tang Gongzi arrogantly. I hope Tang Gongzi can take action. Don't worry, in terms of remuneration, you will definitely not treat Tang Gongzi unfairly. Upon hearing the middle-aged man's words, Tang Zhou's face remained calm, as if he had seen nothing unusual, while Zhao Yanran was left with a question mark. What did he just say? Need a Demon King level inner pill. Looking strangely at Tang Zhou beside him. Tang Zhou, now this is. Oh, I took a job on the way. Your special sect mission is to take on a level 1, just collect a few hemostatic herbs and take on some work along the way. Is it special to kill the Demon King? Zhao Yanran was numb, and Tang Zhou's words beside her made her stunned on the spot. By the way, I still need 10 more hemostatic herbs. Did you buy your special sect mission? Why don't we plan for Chapter 5? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Taking on a sect mission, but in the end, it turned out to be a bargain, and Zhao Yanran was stunned. Even the middle-aged man was taken aback upon hearing these words. No, we're talking about a big business of killing the Demon King. What kind of ghost are you suddenly asking for 10 hemostatic herbs? But when he regained his senses, the middle-aged man immediately smiled. Tang Gongzi, where are these words? I will give you 10 hemostatic herbs as a gift, they are definitely of the highest quality. I'm really scared. Watching the 2 of them sing together, Zhao Yanran's mouth twitched on the side. The highest quality hemostatic herb, isn't that a first-class one? It's like talking about something precious. That would be troublesome. Tang Gongzi, be polite. By the way, do you have any special requirements for the Demon King? Not really. I have collected some information about the Demon King here, Tang Gongzi can take a look. The two of them were switching back and forth between the Demon King and the hemostatic herb, and Zhao Yanran only felt that her mind had already gone down. Is this a matter? How much does the hemostatic herb cost, and how much does it cost to kill a Demon King? In the Xiantian realm, the cultivation levels of demon beasts, from low to high, are half demon, Dan demon, Yuan demon, Xian demon, Great demon, Demon King, Juding demon king, Demon Emperor, and Juding demon emperor. Correspond to the cultivation state of the human cultivator to the Mahayana state. And the Demon King is already comparable to the powerful distractors of the human race. A Demon King inner pill, even the most useless one, is priced at no less than 100,000 top-quality spirit stones. Not to mention hiring someone to kill them, the price will only be higher. And hemostatic grass, it's basically something from a bad street. Even if you bring 10 tons of hemostatic grass, you can't buy a tooth from the Demon King. These two goods can still switch back and forth so freely. This chubby guy is also a talented person, and he can even keep up with Tang Zhou's thinking and cooperate very well. Zhao Yanran remained silent, and Tang Zhou had already picked up the information handed over by the fat man. There are indeed many Demon Kings from the Forgotten Mountains recorded above. Since the customer didn't have any special requirements, Tang Zhou casually checked and selected the weakest 9-snake Demon King. Anyway, do part-time jobs. If you can fish, just fish. This 9-snake Demon King is the recently broken through Demon King, with the weakest strength in the Demon King realm. The fat man didn't say much about Tang Zhou's choice, and the two discussed some details before Tang Zhou got up and left. Once you have killed the 9-snake Demon King and come back with the inner pill, it will be considered complete. Just as I walked out of the Shantian Chamber of Commerce, the prompt from the Guzi system came. Detected a 2-star part-time task, kill the 9-snake Demon King, obtain its inner pill, and the task has a duration of 5 days. This is the role of a dog, part-time. And this dog doesn't know how to assign tasks on his own, so Tang Zhou needs to find all the part-time jobs himself. Who knows how Tang Zhou found these part-time jobs at the beginning? It's completely starting from the bottom. Cutting trees and picking herbs are the most basic things. If he weren't a man, Tang Zhou would probably have become a wet nurse. A safe shake of the hand, the shopkeeper. However, besides that, the reward given by Guzi is very fragrant. Otherwise, Tang Zhou could not have broken through from an ordinary person with no cultivation to the current state of distraction in just 5 years. Are you waiting for me in town or? Walking towards the outside of the town, Tang Zhou asked Zhao Yanran, every part-time dog has a time limit, and Tang Zhou plans to enter the mountain immediately. Upon hearing this, Zhao Yanran replied with a strange expression on her face. I'm with you. Okay. Without further ado, Zhao Yanran, as a holy woman in the Blue Water Holy Land, although not very old, has also achieved cultivation in the Yuaning realm. And there are many life-saving treasures on my body, not just a vase. The two of them walked out of Forget River Town without any delay and went straight into the mountain. There is no danger around the outskirts of the Forgotten River Mountains, even if there are monsters, they are some low-level monsters that are not mainstream. But as he delved deeper, Tang Zhou did not hide or avoid all the way, and ran straight towards the territory of the 9-snake Demon King. I have already learned from the fat man where the territory of the 9-snake Demon King is located. Is it really good that we are so reckless? Following Tang Zhou's side, Zhao Yanran finally couldn't help but ask. Tang Zhou, are we really going to kill the Demon King? That's a comparable existence in the divine realm. What's wrong? Are you afraid? You can go back first. I don't have it, I just think we should be more careful and plan it first. Isn't it even planned to kill the Demon King? Do you have any ideas to share with me? How can I cooperate and let me know? Along the way, Tang Zhou didn't say a word, and Zhao Yanran didn't know what to do. I dare not act without authorization, for fear of missing out on Tang Zhou's major event. Zhao Yanran had also followed the senior brothers and sisters of the Holy Land to slay the Demon King before. But which time was not a detailed plan, everyone divided their work and cooperated, unlike Tang Zhou, who didn't say anything and just ran straight to their lair. You thought it was in the Shanhe Sect, and you just wandered around aimlessly with your hands behind your back. This is the Forgotten River Mountains, the territory of the demon beasts. It is said that deep in the mountains, there is also the existence of the Demon Emperor, and even the ultimate Demon Emperor. The human race hunts monster beasts, and monster beasts naturally hunt the human race as well. Especially the flesh and blood of a cultivator are also a great supplement for demon beasts, and eating them is very beneficial for improving cultivation. Zhao Yanran's intention is for the two of them to discuss first, come up with a plan, and then take action to ensure that there is no risk. However, upon hearing these words, Tang Zhou kept walking and said with a nonchalant expression. A plan. I already had it. Does this product actually have a plan? Upon hearing this, Zhao Yanran was taken aback. From the short time spent with Tang Zhou, it seems that this guy doesn't seem like a person who knows how to plan. He's like a salted fish every day, and Zhao Yanran even suspects that he might even be tired of using his brain. Can such a person plan? However, I still asked with anticipation. Do you have a plan? Really? Tell me quickly, what plan? Simple, rush over, chop off the Demon King's head, and come back with the inner pill. As soon as these words were spoken, Zhao Yanran was instantly shocked. What is this? What a bullshit plan. Do you call this a plan? Are you serious? Otherwise. No, haven't you thought about how we can get close? Any demon king has many demon beasts under his command, haven't you thought about that? I've thought about it. What have you thought about? Kill it. I shouldn't have any expectations for you. Opening her mouth, Zhao Yanran didn't know what to say for a moment. Has this guy always been so brave? Tang Zhou looked indifferent, joking that his brother had been living in the Forgotten River Mountains 3 years ago. I remember at the beginning, I only dared to wander around the outskirts, and because the distance was far, I usually stayed for a little over half a year. There was nothing I could do, but there was a lot of life in the mountains. It is a good place for cultivation. Chapter 6. Good, good, good. This is how we play, isn't it? You are listening at novelfull.audio. The two of them walked forward, only following Tang Zhou's side. Zhao Yanran had a strange expression on her face. Which are you really going to kill directly? As we delved deeper, we encountered more and more monsters along the way. However, in the face of these monsters, Tang Zhou's response was very simple, just a sword. After the killing, he looked at Zhao Yanran who was still standing still and said angrily. What are you waiting for? Put away the inner pill. Ah. Oh, good. Upon hearing this, Zhao Yanran quickly stepped forward and collected the demon beast's inner pill. As for other things, Tang Zhou didn't ask for them either. The most valuable thing on a monster's body is the inner pill. Although other things can also be sold for money, it is too troublesome to handle and has little meaning. As a newly broken demon king, the territory of the 9-snake demon king is not far away. After all, with its strength, it cannot truly be compared to the demon kings or the ultimate demon kings at the core of the Forgotten River Mountains. However, just as Tang Zhou and his companions were about to enter the territory of the 9-snake demon king, many cultivators gathered at the entrance of a valley ahead. There are disciples from various sects, as well as scattered cultivators without sects, with a total of over 100 people. Seeing Tang Zhou and Xuanhuan walking towards each other, one of the young people took the initiative to step forward and chat. Two Taoist friends, are you also here for that ice crystal fruit? Ice crystal fruit. Tang Zhou was a bit skeptical. This ice crystal fruit is a third-order spiritual fruit, and its value cannot be considered too high. Seeing Tang Zhou's appearance, the young man became even more puzzled. Aren't you here for ice crystal fruit? No. Wait a moment. Xuanhuan had just spoken, but Tang Zhou interrupted first. From the perspective of the two of them, it is true that they do not appreciate this ice crystal fruit. Xuanhuan is a grandiose saint, and the level of ice crystal fruit is too low. Tang Zhou has a system, and this is even more so. However, after Tang Zhou finished speaking, he took out a note and used it directly. What are you? I'll ask the Shanhe Chamber of Commerce, and if we want to come together, we'll take it. Upon hearing these words, Xuanhuan was stunned. It's not my buddy, what's wrong with you? Why are you so keen on dealing with these things? Seeing that the two were not interested in ice crystal fruit, the young man also smiled and retreated to the side. The reason why he took the initiative to say hello was because he saw Tang Zhou and Xuanhuan's extraordinary demeanor, and he couldn't see through their cultivation. He wanted to form a team and hug their thighs or something. But if they don't have interest, then there's nothing they can do. Soon, the fat guy from the Shanhe Chamber of Commerce replied, stating that he did not need ice crystal fruit temporarily. However, if Tang Zhou wanted, he could purchase it at market price. But in this way, working here at Guzi is not considered a part-time job. What is a part-time job? At least there should be an employer and specific needs. Having lost interest, Tang Zhou walked straight towards the valley, or rather, he would just chop off the head of the 9-snake demon king and leave. Wait a moment, Taoist friend. What's up? Dao Yu is unaware of the situation in this area. Recently, the 9-snake demon had just broken through the demon king in this area. Now, it is a time of high spirits, and many monsters have gathered in the valley. The reason why we gathered here is to gather our strength and prepare to rush in. If you also want to enter the territory of the 9-snake demon king, why not wait for a moment, and then we will act together. There are more people than power. Tang Zhou and his companions were about to enter the valley when a cultivator kindly reminded them. Due to the breakthrough of the 9-snake demon king, this place is indeed somewhat unstable, especially the demon beasts under his command, each excited. After all, they are all under the command of the demon king now, which is completely different from before. From the valley, there are indeed occasional roars of monsters. It's just that Tang Zhou doesn't care about it. It's okay, I'll go in and do something and come out. Do something. This is the Forgotten River Mountains, the territory of the Demon King. What do you think it is? If you still need to do something, you can come back. Will you be able to come back then? The cultivator who spoke was taken aback, while Tang Zhou and his companions had already stepped into the valley. Young man, it's too imposing. Yeah, the 9-snake demon king is currently in high demand. How can he provoke him head-on at this time? The cultivators who can be attracted by ice crystal fruit naturally have low cultivation levels, so they think that Tang Zhou and them are the same type of person. As Tang Zhou and his companions entered, soon there were sounds of beast roars coming from the valley. Upon hearing the sound, everyone's faces varied, but almost everyone believed that Tang Zhou and his companions were doomed. However, in reality, the scene in the valley at this moment was Tang Zhou wielding a long sword and swimming smoothly among the herds of beasts. There are indeed many demon beasts in this valley, but with each sword wielded by Tang Zhou, some of them died on the spot. As for Zhao Yanran's task, it is to follow behind and clean up the demon beast's inner pill. The demon beasts in the entire valley were completely slaughtered by Tang Zhou in no time. Zhao Yanran was already numb at this moment. This is really a killing god. Let's go. Human, you seek death. Tang Zhou was about to leave when he suddenly let out a furious shout. Immediately, a young man with a snake-tail body flew from the sky, followed by more than 10 demon beasts, blocking their way. Human, dare to kill my fellow race. Who are you? You. Monsters can speak human language when they reach the Xianyao realm, but if they want to transform, they must go to the Yao Wang realm. And the monster in front of me must have taken some heavenly and earthly treasures, which is why it has transformed into a snake-tailed human. Lazy to talk nonsense, just as he was about to strike with a sword, the demon beast spoke up. Bold, I am the heir of the 9-snake demon prince. 9 human, you are destined to die today. As soon as he spoke, Tang Zhou's movements momentarily froze, and his face carefully scrutinized Zhou before asking. Are you the heir of the 9-snake demon king? Not bad, why? That's good. Zhou was stunned, is this human sick? My demon prince, are you okay? But before it could react, Tang Zhou couldn't see how he was moving. He only felt a gust of wind blowing, and then a scream came from behind. Looking back, I saw that the more than 10 demon beasts that followed it were all chopped to the ground. Seeing this scene, Zhou panicked and stared at Tang Zhou with round eyes. You. Who are you? What do you want to do? It's nothing, could you please do something? What's going on? Ask your father to come, I have something to ask him for. What are you asking my dad for? It's not a big deal, borrow something. What can I borrow? Borrow its head and use it. Are you special? Your brain is something that can be lent out. How can I repay this borrowed item? Watching Tang Zhou calmly say these words, Zhou was immediately stunned. But on second thought, he immediately sneered to himself, realizing that this human, seeking death, dared to provoke the demon king. Okay, you're going to play like this, right? Since you're looking for death, then I'll fulfill you. Chapter 7. Which bastard is it you? You are listening at novelfull.audio. Originally, Zhou was full of fear towards Tang Zhou, so he easily killed more than 10 demon beasts behind him. If he wanted to kill it, it would be easy. But when this human seeks death and gives himself a chance, no wonder it. With a sneer in his heart, Zhou didn't talk nonsense and immediately contacted his father. When his father arrived, this human was doomed. Tang Zhou did not stop the movements of the 9 from beginning to end. On the contrary, at this time, Tang Zhou's mood was quite good. I thought I might go all the way in, but who would have thought that encountering a 9 on the way would save me a lot of trouble. Even if it's a part-time job, Tang Zhou's heart to fish has never cooled down, and being able to fish naturally requires a touch. With a faint smile on his lips, Tang Zhou asked after Zhou had contacted the 9-snake demon queen. How about when will it arrive? Upon hearing this, Zhou was taken aback. Is there something wrong with the human brain? Are you too slow to seek death, right? For a moment, Tang Zhou was a bit confused, and Zhou let out a cold snort and stopped speaking. In front of Tang Zhou, Zhou dared not escape. At the speed just now, it knew that even if it ran, it could not escape. Tang Zhou, are we really waiting for the 9-snake demon king to come? Tang Zhou sat on a nearby stone, while Zhao Yanran stood beside him with some nervousness and asked. This is the first time she has seen such a demon-killing king, it's completely lawless. So what's wrong? Why don't you bring it to your doorstep yourself? Are you really confident about this? Don't worry, it's about a few swords. Watching Tang Zhou's indifferent demeanor, Zhao Yanran slowly calmed down. At the same time, I became increasingly curious about Tang Zhou's strength. I used to think that Tang Zhou's sword had killed the Blood Clan at the level of the Exit Realm, and his cultivation should have been completed or perfected in the exit realm. But now it seems that it goes far beyond that. When Zhao Yanran thought that Tang Zhou's cultivation might surpass the state of leaving the body, she couldn't calm down. You should know that Tang Zhou is only 20 years old. In the history of the Blue Water Holy Land, only his ancestors have achieved this state of distraction at the age of 20. Anyway, looking at the entire southern region now, I'm afraid no one can achieve this. Those with the same age and cultivation as Tang Zhou are definitely not comparable. Those with the same cultivation will definitely be much older. Tang Zhou waited quietly for the arrival of the nine-snake demon king, while on the other side, deep in the valley, in a cave. The nine-snake demon king was originally drinking happily with several demon beasts under his command. After breaking through the demon king realm, the nine-snake demon king also successfully transformed into a sturdy middle-aged man. Quizzy face, thick eyebrows and big eyes, giving people a sense of honesty and integrity. Who would have thought that this was a demon king when placed outside like this? Moreover, the nine-snake demon king has an extremely generous personality, drinking heavily and eating large chunks of meat with his subordinate beasts, making him very happy. Come on, drink. Your Majesty, please. The demons were drinking happily when the nine-snake demon king suddenly received a message from his son Zhouyin, informing him that a human had entered the valley and had killed numerous monsters, taking him hostage and forcing the nine-snake demon king to appear. Upon hearing the news, the nine-snake demon king immediately became angry and smashed his wine bowl with a loud bang. He stood up and shouted angrily. Human beings seek death. What's wrong with the king? Zhouyin has been hijacked. What? Damn it, who is so bold? We must kill him today. Follow me. Immediately, the nine-snake demon king rushed towards the entrance of the valley with a group of demon beasts. After breaking through the demon king, no human dared to be so reckless. If this human didn't teach him a lesson today, it would be completely lawless. Compared to other demon kings, the nine-snake demon king is relatively friendly to humans. This is not to say that the nine-snake demon king has never killed anyone, it can only be said that it is not as sworn to kill as other demon kings. After all, people kill demons, and demons kill, this belongs to the law of heaven and earth. Both sides fought against each other and achieved mutual success, so it is unknown how many years they have been entangled. Moreover, human cultivators and monsters do not only have hostile relationships. There is a sect in the southern regions called the Beast Control Sect, which specializes in practicing the art of beast control and uses monster beasts to fight. Its strength is second only to the three major holy sites. There are also records that human cultivators once joined the power of the demon emperor and made countless contributions. It is said that after his death, the demon emperor even cast a stone statue for him as a commemoration. Of course, such people are definitely despised by the human race. But through these events, it is evident that humans and monsters are not simply hostile. The real situation between the two sides is much more complex than imagined, and it is not a simple matter of either black or white. The nine-snake demon king rushed towards the Tang boat with great momentum. Not long after, Tang Zhou, who had been silent and closed his eyes, slowly opened them and smiled. Here we go. On the horizon, indeed, terrifying demonic auras blocked the sky and sun, and numerous demon beasts rushed towards them. Such a large battle shocked even the many cultivators outside the mountain valley. Is this the nine-snake demon king? Let's go quickly. The nine-snake demon king and so many monsters under his command appeared here, and the cultivators felt a chill in their hearts without any hesitation. They immediately scattered and fled. They dare not confront the demon king directly. However, the purpose of the nine-snake demon king is not theirs either. In the valley, Tang Zhou and his companions have already been surrounded by numerous monsters. At this moment, Zhouyin was also instantly resurrected with full blood, looking coldly at Tang Zhou. Human, your deadline has come. Where is the nine-snake demon king? Just facing the nine-yin, Tang Zhou chose to ignore it and looked around the monsters, only to find that he didn't see the figure of the nine-snake demon king. If not, we'll send the demon beasts under our command. If that's the case, we'll have trouble. Tang Zhou felt a bit helpless, but when Zhou saw the situation, he became angry directly. What are you still packing up here so far? I have so many monsters surrounding you, you are surrounded. Do you know your current situation? Angered in his heart, he gritted his teeth and shouted. I don't know what to do, let me kill these two humans. Zhou was completely angry, and at this moment, a roar came from the sky. Which bastard is looking for death? Even Tai Sui dares to stir up trouble and doesn't want to live. You. Suddenly, the nine-snake demon king arrived and stood in the sky, his gaze icy as he looked down, his rough and wild voice echoing through the valley. A pair of tiger eyes were even more wide-eyed. Seeing the appearance of the nine-snake demon king, the nine-yin waist straightened even more and immediately shouted. Dad, it's this guy, it's him. Hurry up and kill him. Master. Just before the nine-yin tales were finished, the nine-snake demon king's voice paused and his body froze. He then exclaimed with a surprised expression on his face. As for Zhou, upon hearing these words, I was immediately foolish. No, what kind of master? Where did the master come from? Why didn't I see you? Zhou is a bit numb, isn't it? Why isn't everything going wrong today? Chapter 8. Old 9. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Watching the nine-snake demon king freeze in place, the nine-yin feels a bit numb. What's going on today? I didn't look at the almanac when I went out. But we monsters don't want to see this thing either. Isn't it something belonging to the human race? How could something be so wrong? Encountering a human with a brain problem, now Dad is here, good guy, something's not right. Master, what kind of master? Just before the nine-yin had figured it out, the nine-snake demon king quickly landed in front of Tang Zhou. Zhao Yanran beside her couldn't help but draw her sword and leave. Although Tang Zhou said there was no need to be afraid, there were so many monsters around her that she panicked. However, the next second, in Zhao Yanran, in Zhou, under the gaze of a group of monster beasts, the nine-snake demon king knelt on the ground with a thud. Then he hugged Tang Zhou's thigh and tears welled up in his eyes. Master, I finally see you. I miss you so much. Looking at the nine-snake demon king in front of me, all the demon beasts were stunned, Nine-yin was stunned, and Zhao Yanran was also stunned. Even Tang Zhou was stunned, didn't he? I've put my sword on and I'm about to unsheath. Can you give me this one? With a black face, Tang Zhou said coldly. Get up, don't make any noise. Damn it, you're messed up. I don't even know what to do for a while. Zhou looked at her father with an incredulous expression. Dad, what are you doing? He's a human, he just wanted to kill me. However, the nine-snake demon king did not pay any attention to his own son, his gaze remained fixed on Tang Zhou, and his face darkened. Master, don't you know me anymore? Me, it's me, my ninth son. Old Zhou. What old nine? The monsters are confused, our demon king has a cute mind. However, Tang Zhou's face slightly changed, and he looked at the nine-snake demon king holding his thigh with a skeptical expression on his face. Are you the ninth? Yeah, it's me. Seeing that Tang Zhou seemed to recognize him, the nine-snake demon king was extremely excited. Speaking of Lao Jiu, 2 years ago, Tang Zhou went out to take on a job. His employer was a powerful family of cultivators. Originally just an ordinary part-time job, but during this period, Tang Zhou encountered a monster. This cultivation family mainly operates a coliseum. Simply put, it means hunting some monsters and letting them fight against each other, attracting guests through the bloodline-spraying battle scenes. It was in the arena that Tang Zhou encountered this monster. Tang Zhou is not the heart of the Virgin Mary, but this person is sometimes strange and has no feelings for other monsters. But when you see this monster, each person and one monster is like a king looking at a mung bean in the right eye. In the end, Tang Zhou finished his part-time job and exchanged his salary for this monster. The cultivation family did not refuse this either. Furthermore, Tang Zhou didn't value this reward, and the big head had to be a reward from the dog. Saving this monster, it was determined to follow itself, but Tang Zhou did not take him back to the Shanhe Sect in the end. Just kidding, this mountain and river sect is not the beast sect. What's wrong with having a demon beast by your side, and it's also a big demon? How can I still salty fish in the future? So Tang Zhou drove it away. Looking at the 9-snake demon king in front of him, Tang Zhou shouted with some uncertainty. Are you really the 9th? Master, it's really me, it's really me. When my master asked me to go out alone to experience, I came to this unforgettable mountain range. Then it. With these words, Tang Zhou pointed to 9-yin, and the king of the 9-snake demon was stunned, then blushed and said. This was born to a woman after I came to the Forgotten Mountains. After being forced to leave, Tang Zhou briefly explained the situation and confirmed that the 9-snake demon king in front of him was the old 9. Speaking of the name Laojiu, it was Tang Zhou who gave it. I found it troublesome and picked it casually, but I didn't expect that this product would take Jiu as its surname and be named Jiu Snake. Tang Zhou is in a bit of a dilemma now. I can't take action anymore. What should I do? However, Tang Zhou is pretty good. The monsters on the side, Zhao Yanran and Zhouyin, are simply foolish, their brains buzzing. What kind of ghost is this? Why is our demon king the pet of this human beast? Lying in bed, when he came out, he was still fine. In the blink of an eye, our demon king has become a beast pet. Beast pets refer to demon beasts that submit to human cultivators. For a while, many monsters were filled with complexity. What should we do now? Our demon king has become a pet of beasts, so what are we now? Especially the 9-yin, I am the son of the demon king, and now I have become the son of the beast pet. Looking at her father with complex eyes, Zhouyin opened her mouth and couldn't say a word. But the 9-snake demon king doesn't care about these at all, only has Tang Zhou in his eyes. By the way, master, are you specifically here to see me this time? This doesn't count, I originally wanted to borrow something from you. Master, what are these words? Old Zhou's is the master's, without the master, there would be no me, old Zhou. Whatever the master wants, just say it, old Zhou dare not disobey. Upon hearing these words, Tang Zhou's mouth twitched and his scalp tingled in the 9-yin region. Looking at his father, Zhouyin roared wildly in his heart. How dare you refuse to comply? You don't even ask what they want. They want your head, and you borrow it too. However, Zhouyin obviously doesn't know about his father's past, maybe the 9-snake demon king actually borrowed it. Tang Zhou felt a bit embarrassed to speak up. I encountered a familiar demon while doing this job. I have taken on a mission to kill a demon king and bring back a demon king's inner pill. Vagued the sentence and casually said. The master wants the demon king's inner pill to talk to Lao Jiu. If the master is interested in any demon king, Lao Jiu will definitely cooperate with the master and take its inner pill. Upon hearing this, the 9-snake demon king didn't think much, only some of the surrounding monsters reacted. Looking at the clear foolishness in the eyes of their own demon king, many monster faces turned black. No, they came to kill the demon king and appeared here again. Who do you think they want to kill? That's all for now, don't you understand? What they were supposed to do was you. Looking still foolish. No, there hasn't been much change in old Jiu. Tang Zhou suddenly felt like he was a bad person. Old Zhou trusts himself so much that he actually wants his brain. It's really not something. I secretly blamed myself, but on the surface, I smiled calmly. Let's get up first. Okay. By the way, Zhou. Master, I'm here. Do you have any recommended demon kings? This. Upon hearing Tang Zhou's words, the nine-snake demon king pondered seriously, while the surrounding demons, including Xuanhuan, looked at Tang Zhou with complex eyes. This human is not like a good person. You clearly came to us as the demon king, Father King. Now, when you say this, your face is not red and your heart is not jumping. Do you have no sense of guilt at all? Our demon king treats you like this. Tang Zhou naturally felt the gaze of the demons around him. Even he couldn't help but blush slightly, but I didn't know that the nine-snake demon king was the ninth. Who knew it had given itself a name? Chapter 9. This is a fierce demon. You are listening at Novel Full.audio. Under the leadership of the nine-snake demon king, Tang Zhou and Xuanhuan arrived at its cave. Along the way, the nine-snake demon king showed great respect to Tang Zhou. When he arrived at the cave, he even took out his precious spiritual tea and fruit and personally brewed them for Tang Zhou. His attitude was to flatter him as much as possible. Master, this is what I have specifically collected for you. I was thinking that one day I would be able to use it when I saw you. This is the famous Bailuling tea in the mountains of Forgotten River, and this is the 5-grade ginseng fruit. Do you think it is suitable or not, Master? Well, I have a heart. As long as the Master likes it. Looking at the careful servant of the nine-snake demon king, Tang Zhou felt a bit embarrassed. Look, what a great demon king. On the side of Xuanhuan, seeing his father's appearance, his entire face was black. Just as Tang Zhou took a sip of tea, a purple spirit python crawled in. Husband. Speaking out loud, upon hearing the words, Xuanhuan let out a strange cry. Mother. The lady is here, come and meet her master quickly. I have seen my master. Under the introduction of the nine-snake demon king, Purple Spirit respectfully bowed to Tang Zhou, and this was the woman that Old Nine had found. The two demons met when the nine-snake demon king first arrived at the Forgotten River Mountains. It is said that Xiling was driven out by the ethnic group and was also a demon with a bitter fate. Since then, she has been wandering around the outskirts of the Forgotten River Mountains. Due to its ethnic group, no demon king dares to take it in the Forgotten River Mountains. Until they met the nine-snake demon king, the two demons finally came together. Speaking of their stories, they are heart-wrenching. Even if placed in the human world, they can be considered unforgettable. After chatting for a while, Tang Zhou looked at the nine-snake demon king Dao. Old Zhou, have you figured out a suitable demon king yet? I don't have much time. I came here for the demon king's inner pill, but I didn't expect to meet Old Nine. Upon hearing this, the nine-snake demon king pondered for a moment before quickly speaking. Yes, and with great confidence. Oh, go into more detail. As soon as these words were spoken, Tang Zhou immediately became interested. Master, not far from my territory, there is a demon king named Qinchan who is stronger than me and has achieved success in the demon king realm. Why is there a great deal of confidence? Because this demon likes me. The nine-snake demon king did not hide anything and spoke frankly. In its heart, there is no need to have any reservations about Tang Zhou. It says whatever its owner asks. Upon hearing these words, Tang Zhou and Xuanhuan were both stunned. Finally, with the explanation of the nine-snake demon king, the two gradually understood the process. This Qinchan demon king can be considered an old demon king on the outskirts of the Forgotten River Mountains, and it has been quite some time since he broke through the demon king realm. When the nine-snake demon king arrived at the Forgotten River Mountains, he had some intersections with it. But this green cicada demon king is extremely reckless, with countless male pets under his command. At first glance, I fell in love with the 9-snake demon king. At first, I wanted to use strength, but as Old 9 also broke through the demon king realm, I eventually switched to pursuing it. Perhaps it's because not getting it is the best, as the green cicada demon king has almost reached a state of obsession with Old 9. With all his heart and lungs in his heart, he asked for warmth and comfort from Lao Jiu. After listening to the story of the 9-snake demon king, Tang Zhou said with a somewhat strange expression. They treat you well too. Master, what are these words? Old Jiu only has you in his heart. I didn't mean that. Master, rest assured that I will never be soft-hearted. I will deceive it and take the opportunity to ambush it. If the master takes advantage of the situation, I will definitely be able to cut off its head and take its inner pill in one fell swoop. Good guy. Listening to Lao Jiu's plan, Tang Zhou is numb. This guy is a fierce demon. How did they treat you? How did you treat them? Well, why don't we replace it with another one? Even Tang Zhou couldn't bear it, but Lao Jiu's attitude was very resolute. Master, there's no need. Actually, I've been wanting to get rid of it for a long time. Well. Okay, you can arrange it. Yes. Old Jiu insisted, and Tang Zhou naturally stopped saying anything. Anyway, he only needed the demon king's inner pill. Immediately, Lao Jiu contacted the green cicada demon king. Not far from the territory of Lao Jiu, by a lake, in the cave, an old woman with a thin body and thin cheeks is leaning against a jade bed. There are still many demon beasts in the cave, which gather around the old woman. The atmosphere inside the cave can be described as extremely bleak. If Tang Zhou were present, he would probably understand why Lao Jiu insisted on swearing to kill this teasing. It's really this old woman I can't bear to look straight at you. Despite being old in appearance, the teeth in that mouth have all fallen out, but even so, I still don't forget to seek pleasure. It is indeed not easy for Lao Jiu to endure until now. It's just that at least the green cicada has become a fairy. Why did it end up like this? In fact, the reason why the green cicada demon king became like this is because it has gone astray on its own. The cultivation of demon beasts is different from that of the human race. The human race uses martial arts, while demon beasts condense their own bloodline and improve their cultivation level through their bloodline. The green cicada demon king, on the other hand, is bad. When he was young, he consumed too much of the essence and blood of demon beasts, forcefully attacking the realm. This led to its own bloodline becoming extremely complex and chaotic, gradually becoming like this. Otherwise, theoretically speaking, the Qingchan clan, even if not a peerless beauty, could not have become like this. At this moment, the green cicada demon king gently caressed the head of a demon beast, his eyes full of intoxication, looking some spicy eyes. At this moment, a message suddenly entered its mind. Immediately, it suddenly sat up with a surprised expression on its face. Jiubao, have you figured it out? The news naturally came from the 9-snake demon king, and the content was also very simple. It said that it had figured out some things and specially invited the green cicada demon king to come to its own cave for a chat. The green cicada demon king was excited about this, as it had put in a lot of effort for Old 9. But the other party has always been cold and indifferent, and has never responded. Previously, it was still possible to use strength, but when Lao Jiu broke through the demon queen, the green cicada demon king dared not act casually. After all, although it has strong strength, the opponent is also a demon king. If you start a war recklessly, even if you win, you will have to pay a considerable price. The more so it is, the more the green cicada demon king cannot forget Old 9, thinking about it day and night. Now, at last, the clouds are open and the moon is shining. Without much hesitation, the green cicada demon king extended his tongue and licked his lips, which had few teeth left. Jie smiled and said. Jie Jie, Jiubao, you still couldn't escape from my king's five-finger mountain in the end. The green cicada demon king is secretly excited here, while the old nine is here. Hurry up, sharpen my knife a little faster. Apply some more poison to the blade, and I will die with one blow later. I will never give that old lady a chance. Old Zhou, with a murderous expression on his face, commanded his subordinates to sharpen their swords and poison their beasts. Upon hearing these words, many of them felt that they were too ruthless. What grudges and grievances do you want to deal with someone like this? It's just that Tang Zhou is puzzled. Don't worry about it. If you don't give it a bad feeling, it's like you're not calming down. I'll take an inner pill. Chapter 10. Keep the inner pill for me. You are listening at novelfull.audio. Watching the nine-snake demon king sharpen his sword and poison him there, and then gesturing with his sword. It's like the green cicada demon king standing in front of me. The numerous demon beasts around were already frightened by the situation, and their own demon king's current state was a bit wrong. Okay, this knife is handy. Today, I'll use this knife, but the old lady ended up killing it with just one strike. Ha. Something's not right, it's getting worse and worse. Why are these special eyes turning red? Both Tang Zhou and Zhao Yanran looked at each other, with a flicker of strange colors in their eyes. Is there nothing wrong with this? Zhao Yanran felt uncertain in her heart. I don't think so. Old Zhou has always been very steady in his work. Upon hearing Tang Zhou's reply, Zhao Yanran turned her head and looked at the nine-snake demon king with red eyes and a wild laugh in the sky. She didn't see anything to do with stability. Are you sure this guy can handle things steadily? However, Tang Zhou and the others were not given time to think carefully, and soon the green cicada demon king arrived. This is the first time that the nine-snake demon king has actively contacted it, and the green cicada demon king has been very excited along the way. Are we finally going to get what we wanted this time? Has this incredible wealth finally landed on this old lady? Has the second spring of the demon come again? Unable to suppress the excitement in his heart, the smile on the corner of the mouth of the green cicada demon king never disappeared along the way. With a smile, it revealed that there were not many old yellow teeth left, and the monsters under the nine-snake demon king's command were all shivering. Suppressing the turmoil in his stomach, he invited the green cicada demon king into the cave. Inside the cave, Tang Zhou and Zhao Yanran were already prepared to hide on the side, while the nine-snake demon king was responsible for numbing the vigilance of the green cicada demon king. However, it doesn't seem to be very necessary. As the green cicada demon king arrived at the cave, she didn't even wait for the nine-snake demon king to speak. She immediately held back the left and right demon beasts, and then flashed before the nine-snake demon king. With a grin on his face, he said coquettishly. Jiubao, have you finally figured it out? Follow me, we will form a strong alliance, and from now on, the outskirts of the Forgotten River Mountains will be our world. As he spoke, his withered palm touched the face of the nine-snake demon king. Tang Zhou and Zhao Yanran, who were hiding in the dark, couldn't help but shiver as they watched this scene. As for the nine-snake demon king, he couldn't resist it and cut it down with a single blow. The attack was sudden, and the green cicada demon king was not on guard. However, with this strike, although he successfully injured the green cicada demon king, he did not suffer a heavy blow. Jiubao, you. Shut up, old lady, today I killed you. Okay, since you're looking for death, don't blame me. Looking at the nine-snake demon king with red eyes and a murderous expression on his face, the green cicada demon king's eyes also became cold. It has given the nine-snake demon king enough opportunities and time, but this guy doesn't know whether to live or die, so no wonder it. Since it is destined not to be obtained, then destroy it with your own hands. Just as the green cicada demon king was about to take action, Tang Zhou took action. To be honest, the knife that Lao Jiu just made startled Tang Zhou. Didn't we agree to wait for the old lady to relax her guard? Just give it a knife when you come up here, there's no preparation at all. But since he had already taken action, Tang Zhou quickly realized it. With a sword thrust, the sword light flashed. Although the green cicada demon king had already responded in the first place, in the end, Tang Zhou's sword pierced through his waist. Human beings. Watching a human take action, the green cicada demon king was taken aback and then looked incredulously at the nine-snake demon king. Has this guy teamed up with humans? However, the nine-snake demon king did not give it another chance. He wielded his sword again, and with the help of Tang Zhou, the green cicada demon king quickly fell into a disadvantage. Facing both the nine-snake demon king and Tang Zhou at the same time, the green cicada demon king found it difficult to cope. And the two of them were merciless in their actions, and with the passage of time, the green cicada demon king slowly felt as if the power in his body was blocked by something, making it extremely difficult to operate. Looking down at the sword of the nine-snake demon king, his eyes immediately showed signs of cracking. Are you still using poison? As long as I can kill you, I am willing to use anything. The nine-snake demon king's attack did not decrease and he once again wielded his sword to kill him. Originally, Tang Zhou was supposed to be the main attacker, but as he continued to fight, he became the main attacker of the nine-snake demon king, while Tang Zhou could only cooperate on the side. Looking at Lao Jiu, who seemed somewhat crazy, Tang Zhou was filled with suspicion. What kind of grudge is this? Even if you go crazy, you want to kill it. Killing a whole family is nothing more than that. The nine-snake demon king really worked hard. After a fierce battle, in the end, the green cicada demon king was first stabbed in the chest by Tang Zhou's sword, and then wiped on the neck by the nine-snake demon king's sword. Jiu Bao, you have a cruel heart, seeking death. Before his death, the green cicada demon king looked at Lao Jiu with a gloomy expression on his face. However, upon hearing these words, Lao Jiu instantly became furious and charged forward with his sword. Successfully solved the green cicada demon king. Before Tang Zhou could catch his breath, he saw that old Jiu was about to shatter it into pieces. Seeing this, Tang Zhou became anxious. Stop, Jiu. Keep the inner pill for me. Damn it, what are you doing with this dog thing? If you cut it down like this, my inner alchemy will be gone. It was not easy to appease Lao Jiu and successfully obtained the inner elixir. Looking at the lifeless body of the green cicada demon king, Tang Zhou pondered for a moment, his expression complex. Old Jiu, do you really have no other grudges against it? This doesn't seem like there's no other grudge at all. This grudge is like a life and death feud, and the relationship between these two goods may not be that simple. Faced with Tang Zhou's inquiry, Lao Jiu opened his mouth. He had sworn that he would never deceive his master in his lifetime, but now he couldn't say a word. The next second, the nine-snake demon king in Tang Zhou's arms cried like a child. No, Lao Jiu, what's wrong with you? Master, Okay, don't say anything if you don't want to. Tang Zhou was directly numbed by Lao Jiu, so I casually asked, what are you doing? I didn't say anything. Tang Zhou was a bit at a loss, after all, he was crying so heartrendingly. Even Tang Zhou had never seen him before in his 2 generations. How much injustice he had to endure to make a demon king cry like this. Moreover, Lao Jiu's life was full of ups and downs. He was captured by humans many years ago and went through countless life and death crises in the arena. Even in that situation, Lao Jiu didn't shed a single tear, but now this demon king, like an eagle, cried in a dimly lit sky and earth. Tang Zhou could only comfort him softly. Okay, it's all over, everything is over, it's okay from now on. Master, I suffer, I feel suffocated. Okay, Okay, it's all over, it's all over.